All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our night 3 of the 5-day challenge. My name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy, ILCA for short. Go ahead and type your name in the chat box where you're listening in from on Zoom, and those of you that's watching us on YouTube as well. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for educational, entertainment, and training purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own incredible decision on which direction you want to move into. So I see we've got Mr. Cleverville Albert, Carla Arrigo, Christina, Demetrius Turner, Doreen Buckner, Elton, Jacqueline and Jacqueline Briggs, Kenny Taylor, Leonard Long, Nathan Hansberger, Provis Lofties, Rita Broussard, who's out there walking. I see trying to get them 20,000 steps in. Tammy Gully, Teresa Carlson, CJ Jackson, Yvetta Peralt. Good evening, good evening. And I see all of you guys that's also joining us on the YouTube. Remember, if you see these people that's on Zoom, these are our VIP members. Our VIP members is a part of our paid community. They're part of my inner circle. They get all the secret sauce and my strategies and everything that we're doing in the crypto space. We had a good crypto talk this morning. And if you want to be in the inner circle as well, all you have to do is go to ilcacryptonews.com. It's $49 to be in our inner circle. Our theme for this week has been Get Fit Mining, the ability to earn from your own physical activity. I just had one individual from Singapore shot me a message and said that this has been the best opportunity in crypto he has ever been in, that his family is now pulling about $1,000 a day, $1,000 a day without having to recruit, just from their physical activity for mining. And so this is actually performing better than any of those compounding Forex guaranteed 3% a day, 5% a week programs out there that never worked and also always been scams. So much so that I'm even putting my youngest son to be able to earn a secondary income on this once I get him to understand the importance of this. Young people, they don't understand the value of money yet. They don't get it yet. But when I get him to see how he can make his own money from his own physical activity, I'll be killing two birds with one stone. One, making sure that he is staying healthy and fit with this new generation that doesn't want to leave their bedrooms and plays Fortnite all day long. And the ability to learn about money, finances, having a bank account, knowing how to move money around, and learning about crypto all at the same time. And I would strongly suggest that you have your children, especially your teenage children, involved, because there is no age limit when it comes to blockchain. There's no barrier of entry on this. There's no names. It's just wallet addresses. Teach them young. Show them how to have an income young. So tonight is the backbone of the entire crypto space. How do I buy Bitcoin and where do I move it? What are wallets? How does it even work? See, this is a night where every single person that's in Get Fit should be here. Every single one. Because let me tell you, I can guarantee that without crypto education, you will lose some, most, if not all of your money. In fact, there's 4 rules I live by in the crypto space that I've learned. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. When somebody comes to me and says, Brandon, I've got $50,000, where should I put it? I tell them, first, invest in your education first. No, I know that, Brandon, but just tell me, where can I put my money? No, you don't understand. Invest in your education first, because you are becoming your own custodial of your asset and your money. So you want to know that how not to make simple mistakes that can cost you a fortune. Maybe not today. It could be 2 years from now. Education is key. The second thing, never invest money you cannot afford to lose. So when you're on social media and you see somebody talking about how much money they're making in something and then how much that they put in, that doesn't mean that's what you do. Maybe they can afford to take the risk. Maybe you cannot. So only invest money you can afford to lose. If you put any money in crypto, act as if it's going to be gone. Rule number 3, always get a return on your investment back as fast as possible. That is very, very important. There's a lot of people out there that don't understand and know how to take a profit. Taking a profit is okay. Sometimes that greed factor kicks in and you're like, but what if it keeps going up? What if I can keep compounding? Let me just keep it going. No, 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 no. It's okay to have that thought, but after you've made a return on your money. In the crypto space, I've found that most crypto projects, whether legitimate or not, it takes around 60 to 90 days, sometimes 6 months, but 60 to 90 days on a good project to at least make your money back. If you're looking at Get Fit Mining, though, it takes a week, if not less. Let's say you spent almost $4,000 to get 7 omegas, and you're maxing out all of your activity on a daily basis. You're averaging around $250, $300 a day. Yeah, that's going to take about two weeks. Yeah, Leonard's right. Yeah, about 2 weeks. Make your money back. Everything after that is profit zone. So less than 30 days, you got your money back and now you're on profit. The very first crypto type based opportunity I was a mining company. I had no idea what was really going on. And at the time, it would take 6 months to make your money back. And then after that, everything was profit. And that thing was exploding. Everybody wanted to get in on that. That was 2016, 2017, company called Mining Max. They had some huge mining farm out in South Korea somewhere that we still don't know if that was true or not. That was in the early days when I was still learning how this worked and what was going on. So always get a return on your investment back. That way, even if things don't go right, you've made your money back. And everything from that point is profit zone. And then rule number 4, where do you see yourself short term, long term, in the next 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years from now? What are your goals? What are you willing to do to make that happen? Find a vehicle or vehicles, take action, remain focused, and do not get distracted. Now, what do I mean by that? Do not get distracted. Do not get distracted means that every week there's going to be a new opportunity that's going to come across your desk in front of you. Somebody's going to pitch you. 5 minutes before I went live right now, somebody in our community pitched me on some other new crypto project. And I already told them, I said, listen, I am focused on what I'm doing. I relaunched my ILCA. We're launching ILCA Health. I've got the back to school challenge taking place. I'm launching ILCA marketing. And inside ILCA Health, I have 2 companies which is the fixed product, which you guys are going to see my marketing team combine that with Get Fit, because now you can use your Get Fit money to pay for your product every single month. And Get Fit Mining, which is moving into MoveQuest. And she still was like, yeah, but you should look at this. I said, okay, listen, I said I'm focused. I made $69,000 in the last 30 days. And that still, yeah, but you should look at this. Now, no now does not mean no later. It's just not the right time right now, which means sometimes you're going to say no to great opportunities. Just because I say no doesn't mean I think that your opportunity is bad. It's just not the right time. It doesn't fit in what you may be currently doing. and you've got limited resources. You can't be too stretched thin, and you're trying to do this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that. Say, well, Brandon, shouldn't you have multiple streams of income? Yes, but you can't have multiple streams of income until you've secured at least one source of income. And then you use the profit from that to branch out for something else. Use the profit of that to branch out for something else. So now you have multiple streams of income coming in. That makes sense. So stay focused. Now, following these rules is not going to guarantee you success, but it will minimize your risk. I'm sorry, minimize your risk. That's the best that you can do, because there is a guarantee I can give you. I can guarantee that you will lose money in this space. I don't know when, I don't know how much, I don't know where. What I do know is that the level of your education will minimize that loss. I've lost money in this space, but I've made far more than I've lost. You know, it's a difference. So following those 4 rules tonight, we're talking about the wallets. And the reason why I say this is so important is because 80% of the reason why people will lose in crypto, lose their stuff, will come from, people think it's coming from hacking is the biggest. No, you're getting hacked or scammed. That's not the number one reason why people lose. It's going to be because of own human error. The blockchain is perfect. The blockchain is perfect. People are not. So it's going to come from people making mistakes, and it's mistakes that allow hackers to get into their wallets, or not being able to properly secure their crypto, or holding all of their crypto on exchanges instead of their own private decentralized wallets. You know, it's these little things. Even Mark Cuban lost $750,000 because he was using his iPhone and had his MetaMask on an open cloud, opened up, and he lost his money. Little things. I lost a lot of money trying to do transactions at 2 o'clock in the morning, not paying attention, and put in a contract address when I was sending crypto instead of the wallet address, and all of that was gone. Thousands of dollars. Just like that. Couldn't get it back. You might have heard Herschel's story. He shared this last month on the 5-day challenge. How he was trying to help out a whole bunch of family members and friends, and he accidentally lost all the money moving from one wallet to another. But 2 days later, it rebounded and it came back and it saved them. And that is rare that happens. That's rare. I had one woman lose $10,000 because she did not follow instructions. In fact, she thought she knew better. This was a woman who's made a lot of money in direct sales and network marketing before. So she had a little bit of an ego to her. I tried to explain to her, tell her exactly what to do. And she created a wallet. And one day she calls me up, pissed off, upset, asking for a customer service number for, I don't know if it was Exodus or what wallet she was using. But she couldn't get into her account. And somehow her computer did a wipe, and she had her passwords automatically saved, and now it was gone, and she doesn't remember where she wrote it down. I said, okay, that's okay. You know, you still got your 2FA. Well, she didn't properly set up her 2-factor authentication right. Okay. There's still some backups here. Where's your private keys? She said, private keys? I said, well, when you first set up the wallet, those about 12 C-phrase words for your private key. Remember I told you to make 2 copies of that? Oh, yeah, I remember writing that down somewhere, but I don't know where it is. And it took another day, and she couldn't find that. So she didn't have her password, didn't have her 2-factor authentication, didn't have her seed phrase. And then I said, well, there's nothing that can be done at this point. I said, it's gone. Nobody can access the wallet but you. No, she wasn't trying to hear that. All she knew was somebody better give me my $10,000. If I call up the bank said, this is not the bank. This is decentralization. You are the bank, and you lost all your keys. It took her a while to settle down from that one. And she tried to blame me, like it was my fault. This is why I always give the disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. I didn't hold her private keys. I told her exactly what to do to secure, and she didn't do that. Human error. All right, so let's jump into our lesson. I got to remember, I'm short tonight. We got to be finished by the top of the hour. Okay, where to purchase Bitcoin? This seems to be one of the major issues that people are having trying to join Get Fit, because you need to purchase Avalanche, and people have never bought crypto before. So this is why I said 99% of the people in Get Fit should be listening to me right now, and they're not. And unfortunately, a lot of them is going to lose. They're going to make their MQT, and somehow they're going to lose it. Most of them not even going to know how to sell it. So where to purchase Bitcoin? Well, key points to consider. The three key points to consider when buying Bitcoin are: one, payment method; two, the platform and venue being used; and three, where does your Bitcoin go after you buy it? Payment methods range from credit card to bank transfer. Payment apps like PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, etc. You also have face-to-face with cash and even barter. Each payment method carries trade-offs in terms of convenience, privacy, and associated fees. Platforms and venues for buying Bitcoin include digital wallet providers, centralized spot exchanges, OTC desks, which is private over-the-counter exchange services used primarily by high-net-worth individuals, peer-to-peer marketplaces, and even payment apps like PayPal. So you see all of these different methods of doing it. There is no just one way. I can't just create one tutorial for you to do it. People are in different countries, different jurisdictions. They have different bank accounts, different wallets, different phones. I mean, everybody's different. So all I can do is teach the broad, and then you have to decide what's the best method for you. Because what's good for me may not be the best method for you. So you need to understand this stuff. This is why education is so important. Of course, it's also possible to buy Bitcoin face-to-face. For example, you could give cash to your friend in exchange for receiving an agreed amount of Bitcoin. If you do this, do not do this often, and do not do this for large amounts of money. In fact, I don't even do this anymore. Somebody say, hey, B, can you send me some cash and I'll send you some Bitcoin? Nah, no, I don't do that. Because now, as this gets bigger and bigger in the United States, you can be considered a payment processor, and you have to have certain registrations to do that. You can go to jail for that. As for where your Bitcoin goes after you buy it, the options are into a Bitcoin wallet you control, i.e. a non-custodial wallet, like Bitcoin.com wallet, Exodus, Crypto.com, MetaMask. You control if you control the private key, that means it's a non-custodial wallet. Into a Bitcoin wallet someone else controls, this is what we call centralized cryptocurrency exchange or payment app like PayPal, Coinbase, Uphold, Binance. These are centralized companies that's holding your crypto, meaning they have custody of your crypto, your Bitcoin. Now you have access to it with a basic password and maybe two-factor authentication, but you don't have the private key. They do. And whenever you hear that an exchange got hacked and all these people lost all their money, or FTX goes belly up and everybody lost their crypto, or the largest exchange at the time in Canada, Quadriga CX, the owner dies, they don't inform the people that he died until a month later, and they say he took the private keys with him and everybody lost all their crypto. So I have another rule. Never use exchanges as your crypto wallet. I know it's easy and convenient. Now, lately, there have been a lot of safeguards that exchanges, especially the ones that are registered in the United States, that they have to go through to make sure that they're protecting the customers using their platform. So even if those platforms get hacked and they lose a lot of money, there's still like safeguards for people to keep their crypto. But even that, I still don't trust it. Not your keys, not your crypto. So that's a centralized exchange. There you go. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. When you hold Bitcoin in a wallet you control, known as a non-custodial wallet, you never have to ask for permission to use it. This means you can receive your Bitcoin without waiting for a third party like a centralized exchange to approve the transaction. It also means you can send your Bitcoin wherever you want, whenever you want. Let me say this, because in the last 2 weeks, I think I might have only heard this once. All these new people that's coming on board Get Fit for the very first time, and they're creating their MetaMask wallet for the very first time. We need to have an emphasis on them knowing what the private key to that wallet is. So any of you guys listening to me right now, and you're a part of Get Fit, type in the chat box if you do not know what a private key is and you have a MetaMask wallet. Type in the chat box, I don't know. Because this is so important. Or do you know where your private key is right now? Can you pull it up if you need to? Because if anything were to happen to that MetaMask extension on your phone or on your computer, and for whatever reason you can't access it, you can always recover your wallet with the private key. I strongly suggest, especially if you're part of Get Fit, the world's eyeballs is on this right now. It's been the #1 trending and top gaining token on the Avalanche blockchain for more than a week. It is one of the top performers. Its liquidity is now past 2 million. Its market value has now passed 1 billion. I think it's past 1 billion. Gotta look at that again. That means that every hacker out there sees money over here. So you guys are targets. At some point, you will not see me showing my wallets at all on any presentations or anything like that. And I'm moving my stuff all over the place. So you don't want to be a target. So you've got to make sure that you have your private key, and you should have multiple copies of it. Because if you're gathering MQT, it is going to be valuable. One MQT alone is going to be valuable, just like one Bitcoin is right now. So you have to safeguard this. I have a whole nother lesson about security. So you should have multiple copies of your private key and have one locked away somewhere, whether it's a relative's house, your bank safety deposit box or something, but have multiple copies of your MetaMask private key. In case your house burns down, you get robbed, whatever, you lose it, you have another copy somewhere. Do not save it on your computer. Oh yeah, I just put my private key on my hard drive. No, this needs to be written down somewhere. Do not take a photo of it with your phone and save it on your phone or something like that. I know it's easy and convenient, but no, have it written down in multiple places. Okay. By contrast, many custodial Bitcoin wallets impose severe restrictions on what you can do with your Bitcoin. For example, you may be asked to register an address before sending Bitcoin to it, and you may be required to wait several days before being allowed to even make a withdrawal. That's Coinbase. In some cases, PayPal, for example, here's one thing: I will never use PayPal for crypto transactions, and I will never use Cash App for crypto transactions. That's just me. So in some cases, PayPal, for example, Withdrawals of any kind are simply not permitted. It's also not uncommon to have your account frozen altogether. If you've been deemed a security or a fraud risk, for example, you may be locked out of your account with no recourse to action. This happened to me with Uphold, which is why I don't use Uphold anymore. I have Uphold as a backup if I ever have to use it. But I had inadvertently sent crypto to an account that was deemed a fraudulent account or a scam account. And because my wallet was attached to that, they froze my account. Anything that was attached to that account, they froze. They froze my account, and they considered me a high ticket, whatever, a high value person. I couldn't access any of my information. I had to fill out papers worth of stuff, prove what I was using my money for and my bank account, and that I had nothing to do with whatever that wallet was attached to on whatever scam it was pulling. It took 2 weeks before I got access to my account again, before they verified and triple verified everything. So this is why you got to be careful. Coinbase is they're very good at doing this. Whenever the market goes crazy, especially when it's going down, all of a sudden they have issues where everything's frozen. You're not able to sell. You're not able to move anything for a couple of days. And they'll say, oh, we're having a DDoS attack. Oh, we're having server issues. There's always an excuse, always at that time. So that Coinbase has a purpose, but not for your long-term holding of your crypto. The best non-custodial Bitcoin wallets also enable you to customize the network fee each time you send. That's not really necessary, but at least you know that it's there. This means you can save money on transaction fees when you're not in a rush, or pay more to send faster when you are. I have never needed to use those services. Perhaps most importantly, non-custodial wallets are more secure. As long as you maintain key management best practices, you'll never have to worry about getting hacked, nor will you be exposed to counterparty risks like a centralized exchange getting hacked or going bankrupt. But why do I need to verify my identity to purchase Bitcoin? Well, when you buy Bitcoin with government-issued currency, meaning you are taking the government's money and turning this into Bitcoin, it's now their business too. You're interacting with a regulated business here in the United States, and such businesses must comply with Know Your Customer, which is KYC, and anti-money laundering regulations pertaining to the transfer of money. These regulations require the collection and storage of customer information, including identity documents and sometimes proof of address. So the basic information they're going to probably need, they're going to ask you your name, maybe a photo of your driver's license or ID, or your passport. It may ask for your address, and do you have a utility with your name and address on there? They may even say, take a picture with your ID next to your face at the same time. So these are different KYC things to prove you are who you say you are. Now, what are fees for buying Bitcoin? Well, fees for buying Bitcoin depend on the payment method and platform venue used. For example, if you're buying directly from a friend and settling in cash, you only need to consider the network fee for sending the Bitcoin from your friend's digital wallet to yours. If you're paying with a credit card or bank transfer, you'll of course need to factor in the fees for using those payment methods. Beyond that, well, now let's use that for example, credit card or debit. So if you're on crypto.com, Trust Wallet, or MetaMask, and you're purchasing crypto directly from there, they use third-party services like Simplex, MoonPay, whatever new ones. So those are a third-party transmitter. So what happens is you are actually sending them your money. Then they're going to go on whatever exchange they're using to purchase the crypto and send it to your wallet. That's what happens. Now, these third parties already have arrangement with certain banks. Some banks allow it, Other banks don't. This is why I can't make one tutorial video, because what may work for one person won't work for another. Somebody with Bank of America, it goes through. Somebody with Wells Fargo, it doesn't. Does that mean that now you have to go get a Bank of America account to do it? No, just use another option that will work with Wells Fargo. But I'm not going to know that answer universally to everybody. So just understand that those services use a third party, sometimes debit card and credit card. It works mostly best with debit cards. I don't think I don't think I've ever been able to do a credit card transaction purchasing crypto. I don't think I've ever been able to do that. But debit card, I've been able to do that. I also have a lot of problems trying to make any type of purchases from MetaMask. And I don't know if things have changed because it's been a while since I've actually had to purchase crypto. I earn crypto and I flip it. But if I ever have to purchase it, I use Trust Wallet or crypto.com. Now, if you're doing it for the very first time, then you may not have access to that crypto immediately. It can take sometimes 3 days, 5 days, 5 business days, or 7 days before they may actually give you access, because they want to verify your KYC, who you are. Once you purchase it, they want it to sit in the account for a moment and let it marinate. I learned the hard way one time. I needed something to happen fast with Ethereum, and I purchased Ethereum on Uphold, and they held my Ethereum for 45 days before I could touch it. I was pissed, but there was nothing I could do at that point. So the number one, if you're brand new to crypto, I always teach to set up a Coinbase account. There's a lot of reasons why, because especially if you're an American citizen, Coinbase is registered with all the services. Now, even though they go to war with the SEC all the time, but they're registered, which means they have the KYC in place. Their security is airtight. There has never been a case of Coinbase being hacked and people lost their crypto and was never recovered for them. That's never happened with Coinbase. This is going to be one of the biggest companies in the world in the future. So founded in 2011, based in San Francisco. They offer a lot of crypto. They even have their own version of an exchange. I don't even use that. They have a wallet, and they have Coinbase and Coinbase Wallet, two little separate things here. A brand new person can sign up. They can connect their bank account directly, and they can purchase crypto. So that is very easy. So those of you, and you're going to learn this when I talk about this on Friday, about dollar cost averaging. Like I have my parents set up where it's attached to their bank account, and like clockwork, it purchases Bitcoin directly from their bank account automatically every month, like clockwork. I even have it set up with me to do the same doggone thing automatically every single month. Now, I'm what's called a verified user. So I don't have, I think my latest limit was $100,000 for transactions. But I've gone through the most stringent verification process with Coinbase, because when I set up my account, it was before their lawsuit with the IRS. And the IRS wanted to make sure that they were doing KYC, because you got to pay taxes on that, on your crypto. And that's another rule. Do not try to use crypto to avoid the tax man. This is public. I'm on YouTube publicly, so I make sure that coming out of my mouth publicly, I do not promote, I do not teach or train how to avoid paying taxes because you're getting in crypto. Pay your taxes. That's the cost of doing business. So Coinbase keeps a report of all that for you. So does Uphold. Just so you know that. But set up a Coinbase account if you are brand new, and then get educated. Once you're educated, then you'll know, yeah, you can still use Coinbase, but then you move your tokens off of Coinbase onto a private wallet you control. So you don't want to use Coinbase as your, especially if you're doing day-to-day transactions. If you're not going to do day-to-day transactions, I really don't have that much of a problem with you keeping your crypto on Coinbase, because I know this is they're in the US. There's this, even if things go bad, you're not going to lose your stuff. But if you have to, but you're going to want to move it off to a decentralized crypto wallet that you control. But Coinbase for onboarding is good. Buying Bitcoin from a centralized crypto exchange, I don't do that either. So I say, oh, well, Binance and Poloniex or LBank, you can buy from there. Yeah, but I would have to attach my bank account, and I don't attach my bank account to exchanges. I'm not doing that. But you can. Here's the typical flow for buying Bitcoin from an exchange. You visit a cryptocurrency exchange website like Coinbase Exchange, create an account, and verify your identity as required. Now, again, there's a difference between Coinbase itself and Coinbase's exchange. I don't do that, but I'm using Coinbase as an example. You're going to create an account and verify your identity as required. Follow the website's instructions to buy your Bitcoin or other digital assets. Your Bitcoin will appear in your exchange account. If you'd like to take full control of your Bitcoin, then send it from that exchange to a non-custodial wallet. My favorite is Exodus. I have never, ever had a problem with Exodus. They have a whole lot more new features now. I think you can even purchase through Exodus. I've never tried it, but Exodus is one of the wallets I strongly suggest. I've never had a problem with them. So the different types of wallets, where a Bitcoin wallet is a software program where Bitcoins are stored. Bitcoin wallets facilitate sending and receiving Bitcoins and gives ownership of the Bitcoin balance to the user. The Bitcoin wallet comes in many forms: desktop, mobile, web, and hardware are the four main types of wallets. Now, a lot of these can blend into each other. A desktop wallet can also be a mobile wallet and a web wallet at the same time, okay? Because technology is so good now. Think of it like the wallet in your pocket or purse. It holds your money. In this case, it holds your Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So once you purchase your first Bitcoin from an exchange, you will have that Bitcoin in your wallet at that exchange. Therefore, each exchange has a wallet system. It is very common to have a number of wallets. I have a plethora of wallets. I have many wallets. You know that old saying, never keep all your eggs in one basket? Because if something happens to that one basket, you're out. Spread your eggs across multiple different wallets. That lowers the risk of you losing all of your crypto. So it's okay to have multiple wallets. You just have to be organized, so you know all of your wallets and your seed phrases and all that stuff. A Bitcoin wallet is also referred to as a digital wallet. Establishing such a wallet is an important step in the process of obtaining Bitcoins. Just as Bitcoins are the digital equivalent of cash, a Bitcoin wallet is similar to a physical wallet. Again, the four main types of wallets are desktop, mobile, web, and hardware. A hardware wallet is also known as a cold storage wallet. It looks like a detachable hard drive. So you can have a cold storage wallet that looks like a flash drive. But a detachable hard drive, it can be disconnected from the computer in your home and stored for safety. Many people prefer to use a cold storage wallet so their Bitcoin or other cryptos are not exposed on the internet to hackers. Desktop wallets. Desktop wallets are installed on a desktop computer and provide the user with complete control over the wallet. Desktop wallets enable the user to create a Bitcoin address for sending and receiving the Bitcoins. They also allow the user to store a private key. My favorite desktop wallet is Exodus Wallets. That's me personally. That doesn't mean that has to be yours, but I love using Exodus. The private keys are very important. They actually can be used to restore lost Bitcoins. Mobile wallets. Mobile wallets overcome the handicap of desktop wallets as the latter are fixed in one place. Once you run the app on your smartphone, the wallet can carry out the same functions as a desktop wallet and help you pay directly from your mobile from anywhere. Thus, a mobile wallet facilitates in making payments in physical stores by using touch to pay via NFC scanning a QR code. Now, Exodus Wallet can be both desktop and mobile. So all I had to do when I put Exodus on my phone, all I have to do is put in my seed phrase, and my wallet pops up on Exodus. And now it's the same information on my wallet, on my phone, as on my desktop. So I can use both. Same with Trust Wallet. No, not Trust Wallet, MetaMask. Although I don't do many transactions with MetaMask on my phone, I have it there. Now, here's something else you need to know. If you've got a MetaMask wallet on your desktop and you put in the same seed phrase and have it on your phone, your token, the tokens are still in that wallet, but it's not going to be displayed until you add that token contract on your phone in the wallet. So you keep that in mind. That's very important. Trust Wallet works the same way. And I made the mistake, and I know I've got some old school tokens still in my Trust Wallet. I got to figure out how to display it, because when I had a new phone and I opened it up, I forgot to make sure I made a note of all the tokens that I need to display there. The tokens haven't gone. They're still there. They're just not being displayed because I forgot what tokens I even had in the first place. So in the future, they are getting better at now. Like sometimes with MetaMask, it'll say import. You have 2 tokens to display to import, and you just click it and it pops up. But when you have custom tokens, the custom tokens do not display unless you put it in there again. Now, that's a little bit advanced for a new person. You may not understand what the hell I'm talking about right now, but the rest of you know what I'm talking about. So some desktop wallets can also be mobile, like Exodus. Other notable mobile wallets are Zango, Coinami, Abra, Edge, Atomic Wallet, BRD, and Jax. Jax was one of the most favorite for Europeans. It was like Exodus for Europeans. I used to use BRD, Bread Wallet, a lot. Back when I used to do Bitcoin boot camps traveling from city to city, it was easy for somebody in the audience to pull out their phone, download the Bread Wallet, and I used to do Bitcoin giveaways, which I am going to get back to doing on our 5-day challenges. But I used to do Bitcoin giveaways in the audience. Let me see who was here. I've done that before. Jacqueline Briggs was at one in Chicago. I did that. Melanie Davis was there as well. When everybody in the audience I said, all right, get the Bread Wallet. Now come on up, give me your address, and boom, now you got Bitcoin for the very first time. So that was cool to use. Web wallets. As for web wallets, they allow you to use Bitcoins from anywhere or on any browser or mobile. The selection of your web wallet must be done carefully since it stores your private keys online. So you got to be careful. Coinbase and blockchain are popular web wallet providers. Other useful web-based wallets are Crypto.com, Trust Wallet, Uphold, Luno Wallet, and Huobi. Cold storage wallets. Bitcoin wallets are also available that you keep in your home, office, or vault. These are hardware wallets. These are most commonly referred to as cold storage, like Trezor and Ledger. They are unique in that if you keep up with your keys, which is numbers assigned to the Bitcoin when you load it on the wallet, you can retrieve your Bitcoin even if you lose the hardware wallet. Okay, that's important. As a disclaimer, this information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. Now, just so you guys know, when I do these 5-day challenge, these courses are coming directly from my courses. I have 10 courses, more than 150 videos. So the 5-day challenge is basically a preview of what all the courses we have. So I've got courses to dive into this stuff even more detailed. This is just exposing you to what Bitcoin and crypto is all about. Tomorrow night, Thursday, we're going to go over one of my lessons about decentralization. Decentralization, understanding what DeFi is. We already know what CeFi is. You deal with it every day. Centralized finance. That's how the world turns. But the world is about to shift on its axis, and it's going to be turning around decentralized finance. And BlackRock is trying to lead the way on this. So that's coming. That's going to be tomorrow night. I've got some time now before the Herschel training to take maybe one or two questions from anybody from what you learned tonight. If you've got any question, comments, aha moments, go ahead and raise your hand. Please keep it short and we'll get that into you. So anybody has any comments or questions or aha moments? All right, great. I hope you learned something new. As always, that's the point. This is the most important part. It would be a shame you get all that MQT, you make all your money, and then you're stuck. You either lost it, it got stolen, it got hacked, you don't even know how to sell it, or you did sell it and you tried to move it. I could see this happening. I already know somebody's going to do this, and I don't know what the repercussions is going to be. They're going to sell their MQT into USDT on the Avalanche chain. And then they're going to try to move that to Ethereum USDT in a different wallet. I don't know what's going to happen, whether it won't allow it. You do, Leonard? Go ahead. Go ahead and let me know. Have you tried that before?
Brandon, what's going to happen is they're going to say goodbye to that money and never see it again.
There's not, yeah, it's not going to reverse back. It's going to be gone in limbo. And I already know there's going to be people in this in the Get Fit community that's going to do that. They're gonna they got their MQT, they're gonna swap it into USDT Avalanche. They're gonna try to send it to their Exodus wallet or Coinbase to cash out, and they didn't swap it back or bridge it into USDT Tether, and they're gonna lose all their money. Mr. Taylor, go right ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Brandon, hey, great lesson. I'm actually glad you brought this up because I was just thinking about that today, especially with Get Fit and the way it's blowing up, and people are going to have a lot of money pretty soon and going to be doing a lot of moving. And I was going to actually kind of suggest maybe we do something on how to move that, getting it off of your MetaMask, how to switch it into what to switch it into to get it back to your bank accounts. Because just like you say, you're going to go from Avalanche to USDT, but it's USDT Avalanche, and you're trying to get it back to Coinbase or Exodus to get to your bank account, and somebody going to be crying and be heartbroken.
I gotta be very careful giving that type of training. Because there are so many different ways that a person can do it. There's not just one right way. What I could do a training to share is the different ways that's possible and what I do. Because let's say right now, and this is for you guys to know, how do I cash out my MQT? This is just me personally. I, the lender's like, no, don't say nothing.
Hey, Brandon, can you hear me still?
Yep, I still hear you.
What I would suggest as a new person, if they're bringing US currency into the system through Coinbase, they take it back through Coinbase as a brand new person. And what I mean by that is, okay, you're going to sell your MQT, but swap it into Bitcoin and send Bitcoin back to
Your
Coinbase.
Coinbase.
And the reason for that is, as you said, pay your taxes. You're a new person and you need to keep track of this and Coinbase keeps track of all transactions. And at the end of the year, you can get a printout of all the money you put into Coinbase and all the money that came out of Coinbase.
That's correct. I am, yeah, I'm gonna have to really put some thought on how to do a training on that, but that is wise on that. And I got to be careful even sharing about how I do it because somebody can try to do what I do, mess it up, and then say, Brandon told me to do it this way, and I lost all my money because I'm not unique. I do things a certain way. Well, we'll put some thought to that. But anyways, at least what I can train to do is how to swap from MQT back into other cryptos. And then you decide what you want to do with your crypto at that point, whether you want to hold it, whether you want to sell it, whether you want to move it, that's completely up to you. But we can at least train on what to do with the MQT. And if you want to move it back into a different token, we can train on that part. All right. Was there anybody else? Any comments or questions or aha moments? Yeah, the private community, my VIP inner circle. Yeah, I share with you guys all day what I do because you guys are paying to get that information. All right, that is it for today. We will be back tomorrow night. Same time, same network. Again, those of you that's in the YouTube, if you go to ilcacryptonews.com, let me put that in here. Yes, for those of you on YouTube, ILCA crypto news.com. If you would like to be in our inner circle, it's $49 to be in our inner circle. And you can be on the VIP side with us on Zoom here, like all the cool kids. All right, with that, the next trainings coming up is with Mr. Herschel Crow on jointhemovementum.com. They already got it open right now, probably, and Ken's playing some music. So hop on to that. And
hey, real quick, Brandon, what is the price
yes.
of MQT?
Say that again.
What is the current price of
Oh, the
MQT?
current value right now is $45.85. That's the current value. No, I'm sorry, $46.02. I had to hit refresh. $46.02 is the price. All right, everybody. I will see you guys soon on Herschel's, and we will be back tomorrow night for more education. Brandon Ivey out. Bye-bye.